All right. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
It's us again.
It is.
Just in case it's your first time, I'm Deborah.
And I'm Lori.
With a weekly dose coming to you from Tom Sewing in Surrey.
Yes. Okay, so roughly, different about a week. So do you remember roughly about a year ago, I was telling you that
I'm in my 70s, woman.
you'll remember because it was trauma.
Oh, okay. Trauma.
Yeah, so.
Yours or mine?
Mine.
Okay.
Remember my hot water system went down?
Oh, Lord, yes.
Yeah.
I do.
No hot water for all summer. Get a text from Addie. I'm out Saturday afternoon. Hot water system is flashing F4 again. I'm not doing another.
Is it okay now?
Maybe. So I phoned the company. So they says, well, we have this morning or we have next week. Like, I'm going to choose next week. I'm like, this morning. So he came. He did have to replace a part that was corrosive. I don't know what part it was. So we'll see. But otherwise, I may be finding homes for my family that have hot
This
water.
system you have is not the most reliable.
It is not. It is horrible. It is. And when we bought the house, they're going, oh, it's top end. And the company itself is a very reliable company that makes this boiler system. I don't know if it was just the people that installed it. I know that they did screw up one thing because the starter gets wet when it shouldn't. And so we have to replace the starter because if the starter's wet, it doesn't ignite. Go figure. That, and they put baseboard heating on for the ground when it shouldn't have that.
Right.
So there are a couple of things that they did mess up, but we have a problem with it like every single year. And it's just, I'm done.
I don't blame you.
So-
I don't blame you
So
at
I'm
all.
just putting it out there that, we might be looking for homes that have hot water this summer because we're not doing it again.
I don't have any space. I'll take the boys.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway,
All right.
no adults. The children.
But you and I could sew together.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I'd have to stay home and help you make you feel welcome.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I just have to clear that. But anyway. Okay.
Carrie will let us both take off all summer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. No classes. Nobody's scheduling anything. Sure.
No problem.
Not a problem. Okay. Announcements. So, SVP promo code for Creative 8.
Yes. So, Creative 8, that is the software that SVP puts out. It used to be My Sonnet. Now it's called Creative 8 because it is expanded and it's not just embroidery software.
Right.
It's like with quilting.
It's fascinating.
It is
really
huge.
Yeah.
So we did have an introductory class. We're going to have another one because there was a sale for Mother's Day. Now they've got another one where it's 20% off. But so we have another class that's the intro class to kind of introduce you to it. We're going to talk about lettering. We're going to do quilt labels in it. I'm going to show you some different examples and just give you an idea of where it goes. For class, you only need to sign up for register and have the basic, which is free for anybody and everyone, and you don't have to have a Husqvarna Viking FAF machine. It will work with any machine, mostly. There are some things that are, because it is their machine, their thing, there are a few things that are.
Don't do what I did. You need to have the software on your laptop.
Yes.
But
yeah, so you need it on your software.
I needed her to walk me through it.
Give me a call.
Yeah.
So that's July 3rd is another introductory class.
Yes.
So it's if you've taken the first one, this is the exact same one. So you can either take it again to relearn or to in case you miss some stuff, or it's a lot of fun.
And their promo code is 20% off monthly and or annual, whichever one you prefer. And the code is join20 monthly, join20 annual.
Yeah.
So
it'll be fun.
If you're thinking about it, The freebie one is all you need for the class, but
We will show a few things for your first level.
How to
Free is
step up.
great. The next level up is even better.
Yeah.
But hey,
Skinny Bolt.
yes, we showed skinny bolts last week.
Yes, ends June the 19th.
Yes, there are a few left. Not a lot, but
No.
there are a few.
That's right.
So come on in, and then can we tell them about the next one?
The panel sale?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when that ends, then we've got the panel sale.
Yes. Yes.
And so you get what? You buy one,
15% off.
15% off. You buy two,
20,
20. You buy three,
25,
buy four,
30,
buy five.
and plus 30.
Okay,
5.
there you go. Buy them all. Have fun. There's some really nice panels.
No, you have to leave some for us.
Just in case no one was aware, we had new fabric come in this week.
Yes, we did. Boxes.
Boxes. Okay, so a bunch of skinny bolts went out, full bolts came in. So there's a sample behind us. So these two here are panels.
Yep.
And there's some coordinating fabric at the top. Isn't it gorgeous?
Oh, I like the hydrangea.
I know.
Oh,
As I was saying,
that is pretty.
every time there's a new fabric comes in, I contemplate
I
quitting.
should get a hydrangea plant.
They're beautiful.
Do you?
See, I
I
have.
want a rhododendron and an azalea.
So that means we got to go to the
We
craft.
gotta go.
Okay. Squirrel.
Off we go. No, we'll wait till we're done here. The Radiance, if you're looking for a dream machine.
Radiance is in.
Pricing is so good, we're not even going to tell you.
Yeah, we can't.
You can't say.
Yeah, it's a nice machine. If you like the Solaris,
Yes.
the Radiance is a nice step up.
If
It's
you're a baby locker.
baby locker. Even if you're not a baby. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yeah.
it is nice. It's got the camera. It's got the projection.
And it's got the reliability of a baby log.
Yeah. So it's a nice machine. So
And
got a big
now, Quilt Canada is coming up, right?
sure.
Sure.
It's not here, so I don't know.
No, it's not here. It's in Winnipeg. They do kind of spread it across the country. We had it here several years back during COVID, wasn't it?
It was, but it was kind of towards the end of it.
Yeah, for
it was
us,
when the
yeah.
N17 came out. That's how I remember it. That's because I went to Quilt Canada for 2 days.
That's right.
And I just had to sit at the M17 and
she suffered.
I did.
Yeah, Anyway, Husqvarna and FAF are having a instant rebate sale. Now, a machine valued between $500 to $1,000, you will receive $50 off. I almost said percent. Between $1,000 and $1,000 up to $4,000, you'll get an instant rebate of $100.
And then anything 4,000 to 10,000, $150 off, and anything over 10,000, you get $20 or $200 off. $20.
$20.
You
the higher
spend
you go, the less
10,000, you get $20.
Now we have a special guest.
We do. So
Today.
we didn't get through classes. There's
We haven't gone to the classes. Yeah,
Stitch and
you're right.
Chatter for Kimberbell. That's this Thursday,
Thursday.
in person in the morning, Zoom in the afternoon. Hopefully Zoom will work this time. It's not been my friend the last 2 months, so we're just not going there. Sit and Sew on Monday.
Yep. Mondays
And-
through the summer. Yeah. And Creativate.
Oh, we already talked about that one. We're good.
We already talked about that one. This time of year, there aren't a lot of classes because, some of our teachers are busy with other things.
Gardens.
I don't blame them for that, but okay. Gardens.
Travel, but we're getting them in there.
Yeah.
Some of us, it's just...
And some of y'all are very familiar with our guest today. Donna Robinson used to work with Baby Lock. And she is now teaching.
Well, she used to teach here too, quite a bit.
And you used to work here. Yeah. I remember those days before me working here, but I remember you being here. And now she is teaching sergers 1, 2, and 3, and sometimes 4 and 5.
When I got my serger, way back, but she was teaching serger classes. I did take my serger class then. It was really good. Do I remember anything? No. But that's a me thing.
Well, she was very, very kind to me during when I tried to take the classes. And she got mine threaded because we were all having a great deal of trouble with it, but she took care of that
That's
for me.
my issue. Once it unthreaded and I couldn't thread it again, so it went on my shelf. And if you don't use it, you lose it. And
Very true. Very about it with a serger. Yes, absolutely.
so
Yeah, because it's
a
unique piece of machinery.
once I get it out and get it serviced, I will take the class again.
Okay. Yeah, you keep saying that. But that's okay.
I don't want to serve.
I'm
Okay.
already listed in the fall run. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, so we're going to flip this around so you guys can see who we're referring to. Yay!
It's me.
So she's going to share some serger stuff with us.
Yes.
I brought some samples and different things, but I think Deborah will say that I never give up on a serger.
No.
But I figured out your serger. I did.
She sent me an email saying, I haven't given up. I think I have it sorted out.
Because there are so many different brands of sergers, so many different and so many different models of serger. The older ones are so much harder than the newer ones. Like there's night and day. However, sometimes when you figure out the trick, it isn't as hard as we think.
Yeah.
And we should all start to love our sergers. Everybody has sergers in the closet. I'm not going to name any names.
It's not in the closet. We haven't gotten to that because I
Okay.
have no closet space. It's in the crap room. On the bottom shelf behind everything.
Yeah. But we should start to love our sergers.
Yes,
Like, you know,
absolutely.
because they do so much more than they're just a seam finisher.
Yeah.
They don't replace your sewing machine, but they definitely enhance it. And your garments or even your quilts, you can make them look more finished, more not that we sew homemade looking things, but it does give it a more professional look for a lot of things. I don't even know where to start with all the different things I
I'm just
can
looking
do.
at the things
So-
she brought us. So
She brought lots of show and tell.
some of these are just little samples, they're not actually things, but one of the things that we all love is the rolled hem that you can do on a serger. Or you can even sew pearls on. Now, it depends on the serger. There's some that don't have the pearl foot, but a lot of the 4-thread sergers, if you can do a rolled hem, you can sew pearls on. You can actually even sew pearls using a flat lock and putting it right down the middle of something if you want. I usually do the rolled hem. I've done it on veils and all kinds of different things. Or you can use the ruffler foot and you can put the ruffle on at the same time as you do the ruffle and sew it to something all in one step. Yeah, depending on the feet you use. But a lot of the sergers, if they have differential feed, you can do ruffles and just make them separately and then attach them on, which is kind of cool.
So explain a differential
Okay,
feed.
so differential feed, basically what it is, and it depends on the serger whether it'll say normal, N for normal, or 1. There's 2 sets of feed dogs. And when they're at normal or 1, depending on the serger, they're moving at the same speed. And if you sew on a knit, lots of times you sew, I should have brought one of those, but it all ripples because it stretches the knit out of shape. So on a sergers, if you go to a higher number, and depending on the serger, depends how high you have to go, what it does is the back feed dogs actually go faster, so it feeds it out faster and doesn't stretch it out of shape. That's sort of in a nutshell what it is. If you have like a satin or a silk, you know, on a sewing machine, how you kind of hold the fabric taut. So if you're in a really fine fabric, you go down on your differential feed to, I think it's I can't even remember the numbers, but it goes down past the normal. And now your back feed dogs are going slower, so it's actually keeping your fabric tauter that's really thin to go through and not pucker on you. So, and again, different sergers, the differential feed works better on some than others. So, you know, and that's why there's different prices. Yeah, can't speak, but
That's okay.
You know,
We never do.
Yeah.
different prices of sergers because there is a difference in the, I guess, quality. Is that? I don't know if that's the right word.
I don't know if that's
I don't
the
think
right
that's
word.
the
Capabilities, maybe?
capabilities and the
Perks.
perks and different things that make life easier. It's kind of like, when you get the car with you don't need your keys to push button start. You don't have to look for your keys in your purse when you go out anymore.
Yeah.
Like some of these perks make all the difference. It just make it quicker and easier to do. So it's kind of cool that you can do all those things.
Yes.
Just that easy on a lot of the 4-thread sergers. Like I said, some of those old ones that are 20, 25, 30, 40 years old that still show up in my classes now and again. They're a little harder. They don't all have the feet available anymore that make these things. Are there tricks to learning how to use the feet? Just like on a sewing machine, sometimes there's a little
tweak.
tweak.
You got to learn what that machine needs.
Yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing you can do is the flat lock. So this is like a little bowl cozy.
Oh, I love that.
And believe it or not, in a lot of the sergers, what I did was normally you put your decorative thread on your looper threads. On this one, I put it in the needle thread, but I put a top stitching needle in my needle thread, and I used like a 12 weight thread and was able to do your ladder stitch, tongue tied again. And that was a neat little way to do a decorative feature with a little bowl cozy.
Wow, yeah.
So, and quilters. You can quilt with a serger. You can use the lace applique foot that they have. If you use that, you can adjust it so you won't cut off any extra. You can set it just so it might shave the threads that are sticking out, and you can piece with the serger, and you're not going to run out of bobbin thread. Don't we all hate it when you piece and you run out of bobbin thread and you're still going?
Yes.
So you can do that.
Oh.
You can even put your bindings on with a serger like this, and then it comes over. And what I do sometimes, this sample doesn't have it, but if you use fusible thread on the lower looper, then you come over here like this, you press this in place, and then when you do your top stitching, you don't have to have a pin in it anywhere, and it just holds everything perfectly flat in place.
I didn't know you could get fusible thread.
You can. One company I know that has it is Wonderfill, but there are others too, and I don't know, this is kind of not folded perfect. You can get a decent corner. I'm just kind of holding that up so you can't really see it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Another thing with your 4-thread sergers is you can actually put zippers in with a serger. And when I sewed the I made the piping first, see, just like that on the serger. And when I made the pillow, making the piping, Peter Piper.
I think we were drinking before this one.
I always have a tongue-tied mouth, You can I made this pillow, making the piping, putting the zipper in, I sewed the piping and the 2 fabric squares together all in one step using the piping foot. It took me half an hour all together, doing it all in one step, like that.
Wow. Okay.
And maybe I should do a class on just making pillows.
I think that would be really popular because, everybody has fabric that in their own home, this pillow would look great, or their bed, or whatever, right?
Like, pillows are easy, really, technically.
Put in the comment if you want the class.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so that was something. You can do other things. You can use decorative threads. That's just a handle on a bag. You can make pin tucks. You can do ruching. There's all kinds of different things that you can do with a 4-thread serger. And then if you happen to have a higher end, like a Triumph, it has a different, what do you call it, sort of a blade protector on the front of it that you can put attachments on it, and you can actually attach bias tape and then put your,
Binding? No.
and then use a 3-thread or 4-thread stitching on top of it, which is kind of cool.
Wow. Okay.
I know the Triumph does it. I don't know if it works on any of the you could also do it on the Applaud, which is a cover stitch machine.
Right, yeah.
But even this is actually using it as a serger part, like using your regular serging on the Triumph. Using a cover stitch. That's just a decorative kind of thing on that one. And then when you get into cover stitch, does everyone know what cover stitch is?
Maybe explain.
You might want to,
Do I have cover stitch on me? Of course not. No. Cover stitch is, you look at pretty much any t-shirt and you look at the hem, it's got 2 rows usually of stitching. I think your sleeves have it. You can see it on, yeah, that's it.
It's
on
not
your
going to
sleeves.
show up very
I don't
well
think you
because
can't
the
really
thread
see
is identical. But
Yeah, it
but it
does
has kind of
identical.
a serged edge on the back side and then 2 rows of stitching
Yeah.
on the right side. And normal 4-thread sergers do not do that. So usually you have to have either a combination machine or a separate cover stitch only machine. And there's several brands of all of those as well to do too. But there's always a but, isn't there? You can put decorative threads in your loopers. And if you have one of the sergers that have a little bit extra room, I put the decorative thread in the loopers, and look at that. You can make kind of a neat
you could design your own fabric.
And what I did one time is I made a table runner, and when I was quilting the table runner, I did it like this instead. I quilted it using the chain stitch and then the back side of the cover stitch. So I stitched
Wow,
this. To do this, I
okay.
did it upside down, right?
Right, yes, yes,
And
of
this
course.
is the bottom of it with
yeah.
using the decorative thread, which I think is really cool.
Oh, I like that. That's a cool
Yeah.
idea.
She's got so many ideas
I
on
know.
like
I
how to
get so
take it
excited,
from.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's good. But like you said, sergers do a lot more.
Yeah,
Most of us
yes,
think,
yes.
okay, you finish off the edge.
Yeah.
For a t-shirt, you got
You
this
sew-
or
you sew your seams together, but there's so much more,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you just can't be afraid of them. If you have an applaud, you can make belt strapping or
Yeah.
belt
Your belt
purse
loop.
straps.
Yep.
And they're different widths, but isn't that a cool way? You just cut the strip and sew it through, and it folds the ends in and sews it all in one strip. And that's using the applaud, this one, because you can do decorative things on it.
Whoa.
Oops, there's another one. And I even, what's that foam stuff called that that they use in bag making or
Soft
whatever?
and stable.
Yes, I put that using the attachment in the attachment. When I was to make it so it's more stiffer.
Yeah.
More stiffer. Good English. So that you can have more body in your
Right.
strap. And I just cut the belt a little bit wider, the strip of fabric, so you had more for the turn of cloth, right? And it gave it the more stability. So you can do these things.
Whoa.
Oh, if you have like the applaud cover stitch, doing the top cover stitch, which I call, the Lululemon stitch. I mean, people know what
Yeah.
you mean. So you have it on athletic wear,
Yeah.
but you can actually turn corners using it. And I thought that would look neat on table runners or
Ooh,
placemats and stuff, 'cause you
yeah.
can turn a perfect corner. There's
Wow.
a trick. There is a trick.
Yeah, there'd
but,
have to be a trick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what else? Oh, if you ever want, here's a quilt batting, and I put using the cover stitch and put my bias binding on, just nice and straight, and you got it all neat and it's finished on both sides. Kind of another way of doing it, especially for like placemats and
Yes,
smaller things.
yeah.
I wouldn't do it on a giant. Well, you could do it on a giant quilt. I mean, never say
It wouldn't
never.
be- yeah,
but I probably wouldn't. I'd do it more the traditional
Yeah.
ways. Yeah. So those are just a few of the things that I could think of ahead of time.
We did put you on the spot, but
really.
Yeah, you gave me
we
some
gave her
warning.
time.
You
We
gave
gave
her a
her
little bit of
time.
warning.
But,
Give me some time.
so moving forward, talking to us here, have you come up with more ideas for classes?
Well, I know people keep asking for different things where you're making items. I was debating on maybe doing even, I know this isn't, because there's quilters, maybe even doing a quilt as you go serger quilt where you're just doing it all in the serger. They're not, and you can use like strips of fabric, what do you call those?
Right.
You can buy,
Jelly roll.
yeah, one of those. You can tell I don't do all quilting,
the
but
quilt as you go is kind of taken off in the last little while. Like it is.
yeah, it's a quilt as
very
you go,
popular,
but doing
yeah.
it with a serger.
Serger.
And then if we ever got the fusible thread, you could even try putting the binding on it. You could do it like that.
get it in for
And then I was debating on some kind of a garment maybe of some kind.
I know when you taught before, we did do
T-shirts. We did
Yes.
T-shirts. I know one time we did T-shirts because I found it in my drawer the other day. I
Yeah,
guess.
I think we did because we did the spaghetti strap. So we
Yeah.
did.
Oh, a camisole. We
Yes.
did a camisole
Oh,
too.
yeah.
So like T-shirts, camisoles, and I would say everyone would have to have whatever pattern we chose. They would have to get the pattern ahead of time because
Yes.
it's just easier if you're not familiar enough with your serger to
Yeah.
everyone work on the same
Yeah.
item.
Yes, absolutely. Because I mean, if you were had people that were very experienced and you're talking a garment, that's different. You could make whatever you want. But when you're still becoming familiar with your machine, you'd want everybody working from the same thing simply because that's just easier.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other little things. There is a way, actually, for the fourth. I forgot about that. If you want it to make, well, I've seen it done on different things, but you can actually make lace with your serger. And I saw one time I saw a little outfit, it was a little pair of pants, and the bottom of the little pants had the little lace edging about this thick on the bottom. And you could do it on the sleeves, or you could even do it on a little table runner or something, have part of it, or different things that you can actually.
Now that I could see, like a lace, like
because lace is big right now.
hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lace is actually really big in everything in fashion world right now. So, yeah. So if you guys have any other ideas,
throw them in the
know,
comments
and I'll see what I can come up with in the
Yeah,
fall.
absolutely. Yeah, let us know anything that you're thinking of that you think would be handy, and we can run it by Donna and see where we can go with it.
And I promise I won't talk too fast all the time. Well, maybe not.
You know, like we
The
all
thing
have
is,
those things.
we do,
right?
but in class, even if she is kind of is amazing because you still
Yes.
learn. She gets the information out. She works with you. I mean, you
Well,
I'm pretty patient.
Look what she did for my sergers. She got it threaded, so no one else could. So you know that she can help. So
Thank you.
I'm liking that pillow.
yeah, that
I
would be
really
really
like.
cute.
I'm liking the idea of putting a zipper in with a serger.
Yeah.
That is like.
Just don't do what I did when I did it. I had the serger on the longest stitch when I put the zipper in. So the stitch is a little loose, but it's not going to fall apart.
No.
You know, it's just that I would have done it regular, but you know. sometimes
Regular,
You know, it's like when you have problems with some of the surgeries, it's operator error.
You know that I always check operator error first before I go to the machine because
That's the biggest
I'm
problem.
apt to make more errors than the machine is, especially the machines today.
Yeah.
They're like, I mean, the computer, they know what they're doing. Something goes wrong, and chances are I'm going to start with me.
Yeah.
And then I'll move forward. If it's not me, well, then okay, you know, I'll bring
Most
it
of the
in.
time, I hate to tell you, 90% of the time it is user error, especially on the surgers.
Yeah.
You know, you
And some-
forget
yeah.
one little thing, and it just makes the
And
difference.
that's usually what it is like especially when you've been doing it for a while, you're working and you're going on autopilot.
Yeah.
And you hit a speed bump on autopilot, not realize it, so you miss that one little thing, and then you can't figure it out. And you're going, "Oh, I know how to do this." It's just you have a little, brain glitch,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
you
those-
miss that one little spot, and then that's why you can't figure it out because you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think sometimes the more we know, the more experienced we are, the more apt we are to think, oh, it's not me.
Yeah.
It's kind
It's
of like
never me.
kind of like with
I know what I'm doing.
my classes, the beginner embroidery classes. I explain to my students that I have two brains. I have my teacher brain and I have my at-home sewing brain, and they don't communicate. Because I will teach in the class, like you do this, 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 and this, and answer all those questions, and then I go home and now what do I do? And or I'll do everything in class that I told them not to do. I will do it. And I'm going, I gotta take
Do you
that.
want this to
I gotta.
see you?
No,
Or
it's
it
not
doesn't
okay.
matter.
We're
They're
still
used
on
to
you.
us being a voice in the
Yeah,
abyss.
voice in the air. Yeah.
So,
When we
but
have somebody else, they're not seeing us.
yeah, but it's funny because I will do that, and I will make mistake after, and I'm looking at it and going, I know this, and
Yeah.
so I want to figure out how I can take my beginner class and
Yourself.
teach it.
That's right. Yes. Yes.
Because I need to learn it because my teacher brain does not communicate with
Sometimes
me.
it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes we're just going on autopilot. I've been sewing since I was 12. Of course,
Yeah,
I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. I'm the teacher. I know what I'm doing.
But even when you've been sewing all your life, like you've been on a serge or whatever it is on,
Yeah.
you can always learn something. There's always another way to do it. Like, I don't think you could ever learn it all in a sewing.
I
you
don't
know?
think so either. Yeah, no, because there'll always be a neat little trick or a little thing that you could do. You could change this, you could change that, and somebody else has the idea. Like, how many times you sit there and go, "Oh, I could try this and this," and it works.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing that.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
It's how things go.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's lots of feet you can get for sergers too, like depending on the brand again or the model. But there's so many, and the feet just make life easier, you know?
They're designed for that, and they augment what we already know how to do and what we can move forward with, and it's just, it just adds to the joy of what it is. I consider sewing self-care, so
I do too.
yeah, it's essential.
Mm-hmm.
Just not to be lost.
You make
without
something and you feel good, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like house cleaning where you got to do it again.
Again
and
and
then
again
it's
and
like,
again.
okay, so
it. This stays made.
it stays made, exactly.
Unless it sleeves on a garment, then it's off they go.
We can even teach you to do that.
No, I know how to do it. I just can do it.
Oh, there's tricks for that.
Well,
Yeah.
no, see, I'll pin them on right, and then I'll stitch it, and something happens, and it's not pinned right. And I'll sew it on inside out. I'll pin it again, and I'll double check it.
See, I've heard of people doing that, and for the life of me, I can't figure out how.
I
that
can't
happens.
figure out how I do it either.
Well, one time when I was doing it with the serger, somehow when I was serging, I caught the back of the fabric in the middle of the seam, and it was just enough that it actually cut it. Like it, you know, sometimes I've done it and you can just pick out the area because you just kind of caught the underneath part. But no, I cut it, so I had a nice little hole in my back. So you had to think about what you could do. But I redesigned the back, and it looked better than the original plan. So you
I
know,
did that with a pair of pants. I sliced it.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I've done that slice. Yeah,
Yeah.
put holes where you. But you only do it once or twice, and not every time.
You become much more careful. Yeah.
Exactly.
Alrighty,
flip
so
this back around.
if you're looking at the calendar and you see some of those serger classes there,
Definitely.
There you go.
Yeah. Like I said, Donna's been doing this and teaching
long time.
a long time.
A lot of knowledge.
Despite
there
her
that
only
she-
being 29.
Yeah.
She's been doing it for a long time.
A lot of knowledge there she's willing to spread around. So, yeah. So that's it for this week?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
It is.
And we'll be back at you next week. We got a few more weeks here.
Yes, before she leaves me again.
Oh,
She'll come back.
I come back.
I know she comes back because Ottawa's too hot.
And then when the weather shifts, it's too cold.
All right. Have a great week. And
See you next
we'll talk
week.
to you later. Bye.
Bye.